Good morning and welcome back to a brand new episode of Ads Metal Detecting. I'm Ads, and on today's episode we're back at the medieval village. We're back on my field of dreams. No longer are we surrounding it, we're actually on it. So if for people who don't know, previous episodes included the Gold Quarter Noble. Plenty of times when we come up here and had triple hammered, quadruple hammered, double hammered, Irish pennies, just all sorts of silver and gold and artifacts, and it's just my favourite field to come. So you'll be glad to know we're back here. A lot of people said they do like it when I come up here, so we are back here. So I can't wait to get going. I'm going to get going in a second. It's stubble, but it's this soft stubble. This just glides through. I mean, I'm rubbing it, but you can't even see it. But I will show you as we're going round. It's very short. I think we'll be able to get right down to the ground. So we're all beveraged up over there. Coffees, drinks, water, you name it, I've got it here. Found a nice little shady spot so we can come back to. But, you know, I'm not hoping for too much today, because it's just getting the manticore that's never been on here a run out on here, just to see where we lie. I'm going to concentrate down at the bottom because that's where the most of the stuff seemed to come before, but it has come from all over the place, even places where I didn't expect it, where it's quieter at the top. So let's get going, let's get back on the field. Before we go, as always, I'm sponsored by Dragon Detecting, so for all your detecting needs, you can get 10% off most items. That's their logo there, and you can use that code there, which is AMD10. You can also use that at RELICS MD and at Swing and Detectorist to use at both of those stores to get yourself 10% off, so go and use that. We are now approaching the 1,000 mark. I want to be 1,000 by Detectable. Running short of time, but I'm still hopeful that you guys will support me in making this channel grow. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and I won't keep you any longer. Let's get on those fields and let's get searching for history. I'll see you soon. Right guys, we're on to our first signal just here, look. Sounded much and looked much better previously, but we're going to have a dig. We're going to see what our first target is, and it sounds like it could be a bit of trash, to be fair, but it sounded a lot better than that. We are in here, and it's my good old favourite, I think. A big chunky piece of lead. For those that don't know, one of the first episodes I did when I was recording up here, we got lots and lots of lead. And I jokingly called this the city of lead. It's actually a much better city than that, but we start off, and it wouldn't be any other way really than starting off with a bit of lead. So let's carry on, let's get on, see what else we can find. And guys, we're on to another little signal. '21s, '22s, '23s, '24s, bouncing a little bit now. We're out in this bit here somewhere. Just there. Park this up, we'll go down, have a look. And we just got another bit of lead. Can't see anything on that whatsoever. Just looks like a bit of nothing to me. There is something there. What is that? Yeah, I've got some design work on there, but I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it could be anything. Unfortunately, I think it's just a nugget of nothing. So let's carry on, see what else we can find. Didn't do a live dig on this one. We've done a couple, and I just thought, you know, I don't want to keep doing a video full of just me showing you tat. Well, I should have been recording. Just down there. We've not been here an hour, less than an hour, just there. I think we're on Twamad already. It's amazing to be back up here already. I can just feel it in the air. 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s. Let me take that off. And just down here is what I've just seen. There we go. That looks like a cut quarter to me. So we're going to have a little clean up. I'm going to see what we've got without looking. To me that looks like an eddy. But we're going to have a look. Let's have a look. Clean up and see. There we go, little tiny piece there. We've got what looks, it's either, it might be Henry III actually, looking at it here. So look at this other side. It's very hard to tell from there. So ARI just there, and that straight line. I'm a little perplexed at the minute. Originally I thought it was an eddy, but might be a Henry. We'll have a look later, but we're on to a hammered cut quarter. We're going to take some photos and then get on and see what else. But that is amazing. 40 minutes, 30 minutes in, hammered already. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Returning to my favourite field, the Field of Dreams. Let's get some pictures and let's move on, because I'm sure there's plenty more here. First one on this field for the Manti as well. It was days 2s for the other ones. But anyway, let's get a picture and on to the next. Alright guys, for those who remember the big tree, the big tree is just there. Hammered just over there. Just down there, I think we've got another one already. I think it's another cut quarter. I could be wrong, but it looks like it to me. Very, very low numbers. But 7/8, touching 9s. And I've just put it down here. Just there, and this is what I've seen. Turn you into the light just there, and I think that is another cut quarter, which means we're on 2 if it is. Let's give it a spray up and let's see. That would be fantastic. I mean, we're about 10 minutes away from finding the last one. First day up, back, let's turn you into the light. There we go, I think we are. I think we're on to another one already. Right, let's turn you into the sunlight so you can see what I can see here. Just there, look, we've got the remnants there. We've got, see where it's cut. It's bent over a little bit. But we're on to another little cut quarter. See if we can remove that little bit of dirt there. There we go. Very smaller piece than the other one we've just got, although it might be because it's just a little bit bent over. But it's another cut quarter. God, I love this field. This field is so amazing. 2 already. We've been going less than an hour. Less than an hour. And we're on 2 hammers. We'll catch this in the roundup and see if we can get out off it, because with that sun shining, I'm struggling to see. I think we might be on. I think this and the last one is 2 voided long crosses cut into quarters. So I think they're both Henry III, which is a lot of what we find up in this area. So let's get some pictures. We're on 2 hammered already. Let's keep going and see what else we can find. But that is absolutely stunning. 2 already. Right guys, another little signal. It's just down there resting on that bit of clump just there. 23s, 24s, 25s. It's just this one, which to me it looks like a broken piece of buckle there. So we've got the straight bit up there, the thicker bit across there, I'm guessing would have come down there. Don't think there's masses of age to that. Could be completely wrong. This bit there, as though something's been lent on it in the ground, but that might actually be where the pin was in this direction. But I think it's more modern than anything. I don't think we're talking going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But it's another little artefact. It's another good little find on the field. We've not been here long, not long at all, but that's fantastic. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we can get, and on to the next. Right guys, I'll show you the signals. Let me show you, because I don't know what that is. Just down there. Solid 28. Really nice signal. And this is what's come out. Now let me swivel round to the sun so you can see it a little bit better. Now I can see something on there. So we've got the roundness of a coin. I don't think it's a button. I could be wrong, but is it a fancy button? I'm not 100% sure. I can't see too much details to suggest what was on it before. It could be just the remnants of a button, because I'm just looking now. Although then I look again. If you guys can see anything, sorry, I'm just being attacked by flies. If you guys can see anything on there, give me a shout. I'm not 100% sure. I think we're onto a button, I think. And this centre bit's giving it away. I think you look at it at one angle, you can see it. Let's see, look at there when you can't see it. I think we're there, and it's a button, and it's the remnants. I did think we're onto something really exciting for a second when it came out. You imagine it came out literally like this, and you're thinking, oh. But I think we're just onto a button. But if you can see anything else on there, give me a shout. But I think we're a button. We'll put it in the pot, we'll move on when I find it, because I keep dropping things. Anyway, we'll move on. I'll see you on the next one. Guys, got another little signal down here. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's got that look to it though. So we'll have a look just down there. So 11, 12 is really low. And it's just this one. Let me tilt you towards the sunlight. And there we go. That's what I've seen when it's come up. We've got design work behind here which I can see, and it looks to be something on the back. Now, the initial reaction was I thought it were a bit of Roman, just the tiniest bit cut off. We're going to have a clean. I want to see. It may be that it's nothing, but it's just got a little bit of a look to it, look. So we'll see. Let's have a little spray up. Now, we did find, strangely enough, one of the last times we were up, 3 Roman. And I'd never found any Roman before on this field, so cannot rule it out. Alright guys, there we go. And I'm still not 100% sure. Give it a bit of a dry up and see if we can see anything. If you spot anything, I mean, just tell me. It could be just a bit of rubbish here, but it's got that look to it. It's got that little look to it that suggests that it was something at some point. But I'm now not sure. I'm not sure. I can't see anything coin wise. The shape of it doesn't suggest coin wise, but this design work that you can see behind it does suggest something. So if you guys know what that one is, give me a quick shout, unless I've already sorted it out. I mean, it looks very similar, this side, to that little button thing that we found earlier, but when you flip it over, you look at that, it's just got that feeling, but I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going, see what else we can find. On to the next. Big signal. I thought we were onto a bit of trash, to be honest, because it's been quite quiet, but 54s, 55s, all the way up, 58s, and it's just this one. Let's get you into the sunlight. There we go. And that is the remnants of a bag seal. So let's have a look, see what we can see. Basic, BASIC just there, I think. Let's have a little squirt up, see if we can get anything discernible off it. I'm just trying to work these lines, you see. So we've got that tree there, and then that tree there, and I walk. This is where, I mean, this is where lots of things come up on this field in various areas, but this is where most of my stuff comes up, in this area, or so we thought, but that's another story. But this little bag seal's come from there. We've got FDS, I think this is a cement seal, phosphorate, I think there, EDS just at that top. I can't see anything else on that side. And then we've got basic something written there. There will be something else there. So I think it's a cement seal. I'm pretty much intact there where it's been clipped in place. But it's another nice little find. Stuff that's not been picked up before. This hasn't had a massive plough or anything like that. It's been direct drilled in, I believe. All that's happened is it's been rolled a little bit flatter and set before the crops come off, which I think this was barley, but that's just bringing up some more targets. But we've got this one. It's another nice little find. I think there's some design work down this bottom bit as well. Let that dry out, we'll see if we can find anything else off it. We may not be able to, but most of the bag seals that we find in here are absolutely just trash completely. You don't get anything off them at all, so it's nice to have something on that. But let's carry on and on to the next. Alright guys, that may as well tell you, it's treble hammered. I can see it, it's in there, not very deep at all. Another big tree, this line again. This is, I was down that way just before 2 cut quarters. I think we've got to cut off, I'll wait until you see it actually, because I have seen something on it that makes me think that it's something else. Let's show you the eyes first. So 15, 16, 17s. It's come from in that hole down there. As you can see, that's not very deep at all. You're talking, yeah, what? 4.5 inch. So not deep at all. And it's here, look. Ooh. Just there, look. So we're gonna have a clean. I'll show you what I've seen. There, look, the stars. Just there. It's a cut half by the looks of it. And we've got these stars in the quarters and short there, so we're going to get something on this other side. But I think that's Scottish. What have we got? How many sides? Let's have a look. Let's clean it up before we start doing any guesswork while it's like this. I'm hoping it's not debased and it's just the colour of the muck, because that looks very corroded, but it might just be the colour of the muck. I think we're coming up. A bit of a spray and a light brush. Rid of all this muck from in there, and then we'll have a proper look. I have actually got access to another field, a field that I've not been on, and so I'm told a long time ago some big old chunky hammered coins came up from there, so we are going to have a play in there in a little bit if you would like to come with me. Alright, let's give this a light brush, soft brush. Where are you? Alright guys, let's tip you towards the sun. Let's have a look, let's get you in focus. So, we've got these stars there, which we are six-sided, just there. This does look a little debased. I'm not sure what detail we're going to get off that middle bit. I'm not sure what detail we're going to get off that little bit as we're here. See, it's all bent over. Just there. Now let me have another clean up off camera. Let's get this really nice so we can see something. But it's the third one today. I'll be back to you in a second. Right guys, I can't do much more cleaning here than that. You can see just there the six pointed star just there. Okay, and then it's a voided short cross just there. It's hard to decipher the inside here, just because it's either a lot of build up or it's been debased. But it needs me to sit down and have a real good clean of it. Now I'm not 100% sure at this stage. We know it's Scottish, and I'm suspecting this is William the Lion. Suspecting. There we go. So if you guys want to have a guess before I've ID'd that, you can do, but I think that is William the Lion. There we go. Let's get some pictures and keep moving. On to the next. Right, I've switched you on. We're on to low numbers again. Before I dig this, thinking it's nothing, I thought I'd just switch you on. It is very low numbers. 9s, 10s. Just there. We'll see whether I'm right that it's not anything to write home about. Signal's dropping slightly, it's not the greatest. I'm guessing a little piece of lead, to be honest. And this makes me even more suspicious that it is. Let's have another glance over. Telling me it's just here. There we go, and that's why. Just a little piece of lead. Sometimes struggle the pinpointers to find these little bits of lead, but that's all we've got, just a little piece of lead, so we're going to move on and keep going. And I'm dropping again. On to the next. Right guys, literally over there showing you a signal that turned into nothing. I then walk over here, don't film this one. All the way, 11s, 14s, 15s. And it's just this one. And I think we've got a little Roman. A little grotty Roman. Let me get you in focus. Just there, the remnants of a small little Roman coin. It's grotty, but we're on to the Roman. It's definitely a Roman coin, and we have found a few on here and potentially one earlier as well, so it's turning out to be a really good day for finds wise. But we'll put that in its pot, we'll move on. There's nothing really discernible about it, but we know that that's Roman, you can see. On to the next. Right guys, I am trying to move to the new field. We've got 3 hammers off this field, some other little artefacts. I'm just walking up to the side then to walk back down that field. And there's a signal here. I think we're on Roman again. Now I couldn't be 100% sure, but it's got that look to it. So let's see what you guys think. It's very low signals, 6s through to 9s. I'd expect it to be a bit higher. So when this came out of the ground like this, I originally thought it's a fib. This broken bit here, and this is the top where it would have gone in. We've found one like this before, but I'm not 100% sure now whether this is just the remnants or whether it's something completely different. It does look, if you look at it like that, if you look at it like that, you're thinking fib. But I am not 100% sure, but it looks like it to me. So we'll see what you guys think. It's got that look to it. If we look down here, it's got that shape there to it, which would have gone down here. Would have probably not been this material. The outer is corroded, but I think that's a fib. I really do. The remnants of. There we go. Nice little find. Tell me what you think. Share your thoughts below. But that to me does look very much like a fib. Let's carry on to the next. Right guys, just moved on to the other field. It's been fairly quiet, a lot of trash, but we've got a signal down here, we've got something down here. Let's have a look. $39.40s, and it's just this one, which I think is a bag seal. What have we got on here? We have got some design on this one. We're not normally used to this. Rich rod. Let's give it a little spray. Let's see what comes off it. So we have got something step there, stir, looks like footy stir, and then we've got some kind of design going off in the middle, what looks to be a crown, but I could be wrong, just there, and then they are at the side maybe. And on the back we've got something rich, KUG, Pelos. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to get anything off the field, but it's another bag seal and it's more detail, which we don't normally get. It's took me all the way down to near the bottom to get this. So we're going to keep going for another at least half an hour on here before we say, no, let's go back to the other field. You know what I'm like, I like to get back on that field and I've come off it. But we'll have a look, we'll see what we can, whether we can get anything off that by letting it dry. But it's another good little find on this field, so let's carry on and on to the next. Alright guys, we're on to another little signal. Let me just move this spade out of the way. It's just 30s and 40s. It's just down here. It's this one. So there we go. That's how what I saw when it came up. And I notice we've got some little design work just here. And as I spin it over, we've got what looks to be a flower. Potentially. I mean, it could be something else, and I'm just not seeing it. But there you've got a little, what looks like the head of the flower, the stalk, and the two petals coming off to the side. But I'm not actually sure what this has come off. Whether it's some kind of amulet, whether it's the end of something, I'm not quite sure. But it had a purpose. Got some decoration on there, so it'll be interesting. Oh, dropping everything today. Any thoughts? Give me a quick shout. It's quite interesting. Well, there we go, another find on, well, this second field. There we go. Don't know how long I'll last before I'm back on the other field, because I'm looking at it now, literally as I speak to you. So I might nip back in there for a couple of hours, because it is my favourite field. So let's move on to the next. Right guys, just having a coffee. We have stopped for 5 minutes. More than halfway through already. 3 hammers, 2 cut quarters and a cut half. One which I believe is William Scottish coin, so that's really nice. Cut half. We are now, having been on the other field, come back to this field, and I think I'm going to go and concentrate on that area up at the top. I'm just down at the bottom, just having a quick drink. But it's been absolutely fantastic to get back on and on to my field of dreams. It is absolutely amazing. I love this field. Every time I come, it's hammered coins. So, you know, the sheep are supposed to be coming back in here, I think. So it's going to be off limits again for a couple of weeks before then we get a plough. I think there's going to be a plough, and then there's going to be a cover crop put on for over winter. So it's probably going to be about a month away before it gets that little bit of a plough. And then this will be my playground all through winter, which will be absolutely fantastic. We are back where we belong, and as long as I don't get tempted away elsewhere, we're back, baby. Right guys, back on this field. I don't think you'll believe me if I told you, first day back out since it reopened to me. I literally got a phone call last night saying my field of dreams is a go. Just down there is a 4th hammered. It's come from out there, not deep at all, but it's just there. Let's go over it. Give you the eyes. 12s, 13s, 14s. And since I come back on this field, all I've dug is lead. Lead. And just here is what looks like a cut half to me. Just there. And then there's the other side. So we're going to get a clean up and see. Why am I dropping everything today? Oh my god, everything I touch I'm dropping. Right, there we go. Let's get this a clean up. Let's see what we've got. Looks like a voided long cross from first seeing it, so it will be a Henry III cut off. But that's 4 for today, which is absolutely insane. Every time we come up here, it's just hammered. Here we go, that's one side done. Right guys, there we go. So it's a voided long cross, you can see on there. And then have we got some detail on the other side? Let me swizzle around to the sun. Well, that side needs a bit more of a clean up to see. but it's a voided long cross, so it's going to be Henry III. So we're on to, there we go, we can just see some detail coming through now. Just there. Should give it another little spray and see whether we can get some more details to come off there. This is how much I've been using this today. This is almost out. I'm going to switch to my other bottle in a minute. Alright, let's let that dry out a bit more. You can see details coming through there, but look at that side. That is absolutely stunning, that side. So I'm hoping this side comes out pretty nice once we've got rid of all this little bits of muck. But we're on to another hammered. 4 for today. 4. Can we find any more? We've still got a couple of hours left. It's absolutely insane today. I'm just so happy to be back up here. So happy. It's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely stunning. Let's get some pictures and on to the next. Right guys, said to myself, next low numbers that's a decent signal I'm going to record. I'm not 5-10 foot away from where I just was. We've just pulled up the hammered, and I think down there's another Roman coin, which is absolutely insane. You know, we're fresh back out on this field and it's just giving up goodies left, right and centre. We've had a break in between. We've been on the other field, we're back in here, and let me show you VDIs and then I'll show you. 17, 18, low numbers. And this has just come up. Let's turn you into the sun, and I think it's safe to say that that's a Roman. There's enough detail on there without even cleaning it to suggest that's a Roman coin. Can't see anything on the back because it's been absolutely annihilated, but just on there we go. I think there's enough on there to suggest that is the remnants of a Roman coin, which is absolutely insane. You can literally see it coming through there, just there. We're going to give it a tiny little spray up and see what we can get. Find my other bottle because we've run out on the other one. There we go, second bottle. I hope we don't run out of this one because this is my last bottle, I think. There we go. I mean, this is not in great shape at all by any means, but it's a little Roman, the remnants of, and the amount of stuff that's coming off here today, I would not put it past finding something else. Little grotty Roman, but we'll take it. It's another one for the pot. But let's keep moving and see what else we can find. Guys, just down there is a bit of lead. And I haven't been showing you much lead. There's been a lot today. It's always a good sign, but 12s, 13s, and just down here is this little bit of lead. And you probably wonder why I'm showing it, yeah? There we go. It's a bit of a pot mend. That's the lump that would have gone on the inside, and then it would have been round there, and this would have repaired it. So that into there, or vice versa, I think it's that way, and the blob in, and this would be pressed up against, and that would be a pot mend. That's what we've got there. So it's always interesting to keep looking at your lead. There we go, a little bit of a pot mend. Another good sign. On to the next. Right guys, we are doing the roundup. Just before I do the outro, just by the big tree, we'll just go through now. You can see we've got some really nice finds in here. Got this little bit of buckle just there. We've got two bag seals just here, cloth seals, whatever you want to call them. I think that one's a cement one. I saw phosphorate on there. Not sure what this one is. We're going to have to do some research on that one to try and get anything from that one. If I do find out, it'll be somewhere on here. If not, have a guess. This little interesting piece, which I've asked you what you think it is, it could be something simple, something I can't spot. But you know, it's a nice piece, got a bit of decoration on, fantastic. Got a little pot mend just there. This came up fairly early. I think it's just wishful thinking, but tell me what you think that is. I think it's a little button, but it could be something else. It could be something else. Probably needs a bit more of a clean up, but I think that is the remnants of a fancy button. Then we move on to this piece, where I'm not sure. I think it's a fragment of a Roman coin. There's not much left to it, but it's just got that look to it. It's just got that look to it that it could be. And then this was off camera. Again, it's one of those that it could be anything, and I don't think it's nothing. It just looks similar to something, so I just chuck that in there. Then we've got this little Roman coin in just enough detail on that side to show you that's a Roman coin, and then we hit this one. There we go. There we go. So a couple of Roman coins, a little bit of what I think is a broken bit of a fib just there. And then we go on to these. Look at that, 4 hammered. We'll go through those. We've got this one here, which I think is, did I say that's a Henry III? Yeah, Henry III just there. We've got this one, which I think is a William Scottish penny, cut half, and then 2 cut quarters. This one, lovely detail on that one, just there. I'm guessing these will be Henry III's, and then another one just there, which is a little bit more tarnished. There we go. But what we'll do, there's enough on that side to see that it's avoided long cross. I think we went through it, but that's it. Look at that, full finds pots. Some epic finds, great day back here. So I'm going to spin you around, we're going to do the outro, but thank you so much for watching. Right guys, what an epic finish to the day. Not much battery left in this thing. We have found lots of stuff. I tried to get the 5th hammered, 4th for the day. First time back up here, in stubble as well, where it is quite high in places. A few bits of Roman, and we can just see the sun just going down just behind me there. It is around about 7:30, I think, might be a bit earlier than that, but the sun's just starting to go down over that side, so it's lovely and peaceful here. But it's been an absolutely epic day. We've had 3 good weeks. Maybe cases are true and I've got rid of it, but you know, we've had 3 really good weeks. Was the Roman, which was 2 weeks ago, I think. I'm basing this off what order you're seeing them in. Then there was the return to the medieval market site, and now we're back up to the lost medieval village, and we're back on the field of dreams within there, and it's producing 4 hammered, 2 cut quarters, which I believe will be Henry III's, 2 what I believe is a William Scottish cut half, and a Henry III cut half, as well as some other bits and pieces. So you can't complain. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm absolutely knackered, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and thank you so much for joining me as we return to what many people tell me is their favourite field that I go on to. And there's more to give. I've barely covered any of it. So I can't wait to get up. We're coming back up quickly. I think we're out 3 times on this week, so you'll be able to see more of it. That's it for another episode. I thought we'd do it next to the big tree, you know, because that's been the focal point. Mainly is the focal point when I come up here. The pathway between the 2 trees and the big tree, which always seems to be in the line of sight when we find something really cool. But that's it for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to blather on any more, but if you can do me a favour, I want 1,000 by Detectable. It's going to be cutting it close. But if you like what you've seen, please subscribe, please share, comment, like, drop as many comments and likes as you want. I don't care. You know, just interact with me on this page. It really does help. Subscribing, commenting, liking, joining in, absolutely fantastic. Now there is one more thing before I go. So we have the golden beard hats. They are exclusive only to members of the Facebook group. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, go and get in there. It's a find of the month competition. You will be rewarded just like Henry was when we went out, because these are only given by me to people or win. They're exclusive. You can't buy them. And Henry's last video that I watched, he wore that out and found an amazing coin. So well worth checking that out. So go and check out Henry. That's Henry wearing the hat. That's me pointing at Henry wearing the hat. And this is the video for Henry. Henry's latest video here at the time of recording this with what he found. So please come and join, because if you enter something, you know, it doesn't even have to be epic. It just has to be interesting. You know, you don't have to enter a gold coin to win the gold hat. You just have to enter something that's capable of winning. And sometimes the gold coins don't win. It's whatever's interesting. And there's a change. You guys are voting on it. So come join. Facebook group is in the description. Come and join. You could win an exclusive golden hat. The only other way to get one will probably be if I give one out at Detectable. Other than that, you're not getting one. Unless it's 1,000 giveaway and I chuck one in there, who knows. But come on, join the group, it's fantastic. That's it. Hit subscribe and I'll see you in a field very soon. See you later.